Hi, y'all. I'm the producer for Unholy Trinity. My name is Karayah. I'm courageous on TikTok if you follow me over there. We're doing something special tonight. I'm usually more behind the scenes, but I wanted to introduce myself because this episode is going to kind of be all over the place because it's basically outtakes and bloopers. We're doing a three-part series on Paul. So JeGaysus and Queen of Heathens are going to do an episode about why we should cancel Paul. Hashtag cancel Paul. That's the team I'm on. And then Heathen Queen and Red Sage are going to discuss why Paul might be the father of inclusion. And then on April 19th, JeGaysus and Red Sage are going to have a live debate on whether we should cancel Paul or whether Paul has some valuable things to say and we should listen to him. And we have already recorded the Cancel Paul episode, and then we tried to record the Daddy Paul episode, that he is the father of inclusion. And unfortunately, during that episode, Andrew had a bit too much brandy, Jess had a bit too much wine. It was a disaster. They were both wasted. It was adorable chaos. And so instead of skipping a week, I decided to edit it together into some delightful bloopers for you. So there might be some jumps. It might be, it's not going to make logical sense. So don't try to follow any arguments or any points that they're trying to make. Just be along for the ride and enjoy it. Now, we have already refilmed this episode. We did it last night. And then we're going to have the live debate on April 19th. And I hope you enjoy it. But I just decided to release this. And I hope you enjoy this. I'm calling drunk shenanigans that Jess and Andrew had last week.
Hi, friends.
Hi, hi, heathens?
Singular. Only one. The queen.
We're not a trinity tonight. We're a binity? Is that a word?
Binary?
Binary? Binary is a word. That's
a word. 0 or 1.
Yeah, we're two because a JeGaysus has ascended and will come back within our lifetime, or
Definitely.
eventually.
Can we all observe Andrew drinking water out of a measuring cup?
This is how hydrated I know that I am.
This is going to be
what are we
likely
doing?
A hot mess. Anyway, we're going to talk about our best pal ever, Paul.
Paul, the artist formerly known as Saul.
Purple Rain. The last week, JeGaysus and I discussed in great detail our distaste of Paul. But if I'm being honest...
Wait. Before your honesty, although I welcome it.
I love to lie.
What could there possibly be to not like about Paul? I can't imagine that there is a single thing.
He did not like the nookie.
So let's start with Jesus. Jesus as a Pharisee is a very reasonable argument because even as a child, they want to paint Jesus as someone who debates the way the Pharisees debate.
Right.
So like...
Well, there's that acknowledgement that he is, as a young child, so impressive to his teachers, right?
Right, exactly. Like, the argument isn't Jesus debated and won everything. But no, Jesus debated and they acknowledged his wisdom, right? So
sorry, can I say one thing? I think that we have a very fun... Can I say all the things? I think we have a very...
all the things.
Jewish thinkers are constantly evolving and they're wrestling with the text and they're questioning the text. So then to have...
Right.
It would make sense, not necessarily for a child, I don't know, but for people to have these debates, and there's not a right or wrong. The outcome is sort of an evolution of thought, right? So nobody is winning.
So, Jesus is presenting himself as, above his time as one
Right.
who, as a child, is already prepared to debate. Like,
Right.
and that's so beautiful.
I know that's not what we're here to discuss, but like I
Are
do
we?
think it's
What are we
very-
here to discuss?
I think it's Paul, whatever. I just want to say that and this is not me being like remotely intelligent. This feels
Rabbi
incredibly
Chana,
dumb to say.
If y'all aren't following Rabbi Chana,
Please
on
do.
TikTok, you're missing out. It's beautiful though, isn't it? Like,
It is.
no matter how secularized our society is, we have this idea. Oh God, this is going to be emotional. Like,
Sorry.
I've
gone off the rails.
This is beautiful. No matter what we do, there is some kind of like supernaturalist cultural pinning amongst us, right? Even if it's not real. Like, there's some kind of supernaturalist pinning amongst us.
If you are willing to say that God created us in his image, then I'm not really sure how you could say that anybody's identity is invalid in some way, right? Like, if God created us in his image, how can you say, like, well, he created us in his image, but, like, also he has a dick. So, like, no, it's impossible. You can't possibly say that somebody that is a male, somehow person, that even though he's beyond your understanding and comprehension and all of these things, is somehow just, like, a dude, bro. Anyway, I know I've gone very far off the topic here.
No. What we've done is we've entered into, like, theology plus philosophy, which is perfect for the person we're going to talk about today.
Yes. What up, Paulo?
Paul? Who's Paul?
A bitch. Sorry. I am who I am.
True.
Dog.
James is
Peter
like,
was the first philosopher of religion. I'm not wrong.
I mean, definitely in the Bible. Like, certainly. Like, James
Sorry,
is
the first
like,
Christian philosopher of religion.
Like, in some ways, James seems like a liberal. He functions more like a leftist. Like, do what we say, but don't fuck with me. He's like, if y'all motherfuckers don't take care of the poor, I'm gonna burn you alive. That's how James operates.
Same.
Like, I know that a lot of people do like theological gymnastics to go, no. Paul was strict about the Torah. Fucking
No,
wasn't.
he wasn't.
Like, not even once.
Yeah, true.
And
I
so,
have to
like,
pee.
we have Paul as this liberal.
Andrew.
We have James. Yep. Go
I
ahead.
have to pee.
For those of you in live, yes, Jesus was the radical here. Jesus was more radical than Paul by a lot of measures. Jesus was... It's such a leap. Like he is presented as this, like, bumpkin that now all of a sudden is prepared to, like, write. Also, like, First and Second Peter, I think it's Second Peter, is written in classical Greek, like advanced, like upper echelon Greek. Like, what the fuck is happening? Like what were these people, these ancient people, trying to capture? And why the fuck did they think it was worth capturing in the first place? When papyrus was so hard to get a hold of. And all of a sudden...
Oh yeah, you have Papyri like 47, and that's apparently the source document for fucking John. Anyway. Sorry, the stream that I did before this was very much about, for those of you that, I don't know, maybe you know, maybe don't, Gary Habermas, and also Lee Strobel, who is garbage.
Lee Strobel has had an unnecessary impact on my life.
Oh,
like,
absolutely. That's what we talked about. The guy that I was streaming with was like, well, Lee Strobel, like, they would give out Bibles and then sell the Case for Christ right next to them, and I was like, let me ruin your fucking life. That was my, like, I have so much to say about this bitch. To be honest, all you really have to do is, like, Google logical fallacies, Lee Strobel. And then also, like, his entire marketing scheme is false. Anyway, whatever. That's another...
He thought he tapped into something, and I respect what he thought he was tapping into. I do. I really do. He had his
Lee
moment.
Strobel?
Yeah.
He was fucking lying.
He was lying, yeah.
Like, dude, I'm about to pretend that I'm a Christian and then get, like, 25 book deals to just be like, here's some bullshit-ass logical fallacies. Thank you so much. He only talked to Christians. He was literally a fucking pastor when he wrote the book. Bitch, eat my ass. Like, that is such fucking garbage. Like, how are you gonna do that?
I want to acknowledge the open invitation for the Queen of Heathen.
Fuck that whole ass man. I did say on Biddy Buddha's channel that, like, when we did the fuck, marry, kill, and I was like, ooh, Lee Strobel, ooh, I don't like that. The other options were terrible, so I said, like, I would fuck Lee Strobel with a strap. That is on the internet. I said that out loud.
I now know about that.
I said that out loud. I don't want him to enjoy it, and I don't want to touch him. So that was my compromise, where I was like, I don't know, all options are bad, so I'm just gonna, like, you know. Anywho. God, I hate everything.
I gotta be honest with y'all. I have no idea where we are. No. I know we tried to do an episode about Apostle Paul. Okay, so, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go in hard. And like, you're welcome. Let's see what happens.
Wait, do we know... Sorry, but do we know what the last, like, sort of general...
Not even a little bit.
Oh, awesome. Love it. Love to see it. I should probably get another drink.
Please do.
Wait, then y'all have, like, 30 seconds?
Please do. You know what? Karayah, I'm gonna get some water. In my measure. I'm gonna measure the amount of water that I need. I'm so thrilled you're here. Well, Paul, stick around. This might get messy. We'll see what happens.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, Andrew said it might get messy. It's already messy.
In here.
Hello.
So,
Would you have to get
where are
circumcised?
we at this point in the episode?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Someone help me out. I'll take your lead this time.
Wait, but I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. No, that's it. Yeah, I'm like, sorry. I thought...
No. I'll do it. Okay, are you ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Good. So, like, a couple of things on the front end is it is one of the first places that we find, like, a discipleship program. Barnabas, who is mentioned earlier on in the book of Acts, is like this faithful servant, is someone who goes to find Paul in essentially his mother's basement in Tarsus. That's the thing. Like, they go to Tarsus, they find him because he's shacking up with his mom because he failed at ministry. This is something we don't talk about much.
Wait. Who is shacking up with his mom? Paul?
Paul, yeah. He royally fucks up so bad at preaching the gospel that he goes, screw this, I'm gonna go live with my mom. That's like a
I'm gonna live in my mom's basement and join the Reddit forum. Yeah.
Right. That's a whole thing. I'm not exaggerating that in the slightest. That's a whole thing.
Where is this information found? Like, I'm genuinely curious.
It's in the book of Acts. Like, prior to the book of Acts, like, prior to, like, Acts 11, we find out that, like, Barnabas goes to Tarsus to reclaim Paul. Paul, who has already been doing ministry. So, like, Paul fucked up. He fucked up so bad, he's like, screw this, I'm gonna go back home. He goes to Tarsus. arguably he didn't own the property, so he went to his parents' residence. He goes to Tarsus, grabs up Paul, and takes him back to Antioch, which is in Jerusalem. Okay? So, like, it is a reasonable interpretation to believe that Barnabas, faithful servant to God, goes to Tarsus to reclaim Paul as a mediocre or failed servant of the gospel to teach him
Barney
how to
is
not
just
fuck up
out here
anymore.
trying to help Paul out. Yeah.
That's a whole thing. That's a whole thing of biblical history. We don't talk about it much, but it's like, it's a whole thing. Barnabas takes Paul, teaches him what to do, and then we find this conflict that is happening between Paul and Peter. Peter is rejecting the Gentile converts to Christianity. Okay? Basically, he won't eat with them in the lunchroom. And
Yeah,
Paul,
he was like, y'all still have your foreskins, get the fuck out of here.
exactly.
Effectively.
Like, I don't know why Peter was so interested in the heads
He's
of these
fascinated.
men's.
He's like, show me your dick.
He's like, sir, is your genitals appropriate?
Intact.
Will James approve? That's a whole thing too. Like, James is definitely the conservative in this arrangement, and this is where like intersectionality
And by
comes into
conservative,
play.
you mean like, do you have a penis hat?
Right, like conservative being, do you prescribe to all the things that I would expect from Judaism, including social justice? So like that's where it doesn't line up with today, because we see this one part being social justice. James is very critical of that, but he's critical about social justice through a very strict Jewish lens, from the Second Temple Jewish period, at least. And so James is this like kind of conservative over here, and Paul is this like, yes, social justice, it matters, but what matters more is this inclusion of the Gentile converts to Christianity, which may or may not be circumcised. That's a whole debate. That's like the primary debate of Galatians. And
I just have to say that it's so weird that like the foreskin issue is the like foundational thought process for like, can you be included? And I get it because Hebrew Bible, but also just like, that's what we're concerned with?
Right.
Is the
like
foreskin?
Well, okay,
like,
so
I don't know, sorry.
No, that's good. Let's dive into that. Like, so this foreskin debate is actually a debate about what is or is not appropriate religion. What is or is not the correct way to view being a servant of God. What does it mean to be genuine? Paul has a liberal stance in the sense that he says what it means is whatever you consider faithfulness. James is whatever is the letter of the law, including all these things that we would today consider liberal motivations of social justice.
Goddamn liberal.
This is the hard part. Like, Christianity is at its core, like so many of its foundations are so anti-Semitic and so misogynistic and so
what up, Matthew?
Right?
Fucking bitch.
And so it's like Christianity has rejected everything good that it could have learned from good rabbinic tradition.
Right.
It's like Christianity has rejected everything that it could have learned from good philosophy. And what fucks me up is that Paul quotes Epicurean philosophers and uses Stoic philosophy so much. And we pretend that he is just some like good old boy preacher type. Well, maybe not all of us.
Peter is literally at his therapist appointment being like, please, so Paul McCartney, why can't we all just get along? And Yoko Ono was like, fuck off. Can't we all just... No.
I'm so relaxed right now, y'all. I'm also distracted a little.
What can you say? You know, it do be like that sometimes. I don't think you did.
You can smack my hand if you need to, but I feel like we need to restart this episode on another night.
Oh, I was gonna say, not right now! Your girl has to go to bed. But also, like, both of us are just fucking ADHD as hell. And
That's
have
the reason.
no larger guidance, like...
No, I
Just a
agree.
mess.
That's the primary distraction. That's the primary distraction from this episode.
I just think overall, I don't even know. Never mind. My brain's dead. Bye.
Wait, are we gonna re-record this for another night
Some other
next week?
time, not tonight.
Let's go tonight. I need a shower.
Oh,
now.
absolutely not tonight. Got me fucked up. It's gonna do this a third time. Bitch, I'm dead.